Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Good timing. There goes the train. I've got a fresh cup of tea. I'm happy. That's a good start. And remember those issues we had with the signal that we're staring at there towards the south of the platform? I have a fix, or I have an idea for a fix. I was just going to go away and do it before I started recording. But if my idea works, then I can share it with you. And if it doesn't, don't do that. But anyway, yes, that's how we're going to start today. We've got a lot to do. There's a river down there somewhere. You can just see it. There's the bridge going across it. But over there is going to be where we start building some infrastructure. Just up beyond those trees in the distance is a coal mine. And we need to get some steel underway, don't we? We need to get lots of things underway, as it's all going to make us money. We had a friend waiting over the other side. Not for too long, by the looks of things. What sort of speed are you up to? Yeah, there we go. You're picking up speed. 30 miles an hour across the bridge. And increasing. These Mikados are quite powerful, aren't they? But anyway, let's go and address this, shall we? That just isn't a thing, is it? That wouldn't happen in real life. So my idea is this is in the wrong place rather than the signal being in the wrong place. The signals can only go in certain places along the track, like pictures of some sort of grid-like stepping that you can place your signals on. So I'm going to pause it because sometimes our trains have a tendency to jump around. And given how thin our platform is there, I'd like to use that same sort of arch over the track. We're going to put the signal in first and see if we can't align the gantry, the half gantry, the sort of leaning outpost. So we're going to use which ones was it? These ones, the ones that's not it. Oh, we need some money first, Grand. You're broke. We're going to do it. We're going to borrow the money because we can pay it off. We have lots of trains that are earning us money. I don't think we're going to need 604,000 for this, but I clicked one too many times, so that's how much we're borrowing for a signal. We've got some that sit sideways. Yes, these should be perfect if we can align the asset, the gantry, with them. I feel like these would be better sat on there. Plus it looks really cool as well. Not like that it doesn't, but once we get the asset in there. Where are you? Yes, this. Can we align it now? That's the question. There we go. Isn't that better? It looks a lot sturdier than it did before. There we go. And it looks pretty functional, doesn't it? Because you've got the ladder, the maintenance ladder, just there along the gantry. I don't know how wide this would be in real life. I would imagine quite wide. We don't have a person asset to stick up there. But yes. Is that better? Do we like that? That's nicer, isn't it? Lots of visibility as well. You can see that signal for miles. Look at that. Well, that's not miles, is it? It's like a few hundred meters. Brilliant. We've got issues here with it being a bit floaty. But when we can afford it, which we can't really at the moment, although we do have 9 million we can take back out, we will sort out some scenery. And I'll have a go at, without too many mods, making it look the part as well. Bit of detailing for those that like that. Quick detailing. Things you can do on your own maps without having to install a bunch of mods. There we go. Picking up some more goodies. Are we full? We should be because you wait until full. 6 million profit. And that's not even a real number, is it? No, that's like over a year. Let's bring that in the middle. Some healthy blue bars and some tiny red bars. That's exactly how you want to see that. This is on medium mode, so it's relaxing more than anything. There's a minor challenge to it. You could still go bankrupt if you're not careful. We don't need to worry about it, do we? No. This is the other place we're going to hook up. Now, I did think about sending this over the top with some sort of bypass off the main line here. However, I've been thinking, given what we're doing over at the coal mine shortly. Oh, look at that. Pause that a second. Pay off that. Let's, while I'm waffling and planning today, let's make sure we're not paying a ridiculous amount of interest when it does come out. But our money is going up quite quick, isn't it? Anyway, back to this. Our iron mine could sit here, this station, and we could do a similar thing to what we're about to do over at the, oh yeah, you can see the icon there, over at the coal mine, and send it backwards away from where our steel mill is, just there, and have a trackside station at ground, well, at track level, our track level here, because this is all flat, running along the embankment. And I'm hoping to do the same with the coal as well. It's going to be flat, branching off after the bridge there, and then up to our coal mine. It's going to cost us a bit. I don't think we're going to see many trains active, although I could be wrong, because how much have you got on? Nothing. Well, you are going to disappoint us, aren't you? There is something else we need to check while we're over here, and that is this now. Yeah, we might pause the time, you know, once we hit 1925 and we've got everything unlocked, infrastructure-wise. So the upgraded roads, the upgraded track, and just pause it at 1925 or slow it right down so that we spend some more time with our steam boys. Because otherwise you shoot right past them, don't you? And before you know it, you're into diesel. I don't know whether... Well, I know a few of you out there love steam over diesel and definitely over electric, but we'll certainly get to the diesel later on, because there's some iconic diesels, aren't there, in the US, so I'd like to see those on. We'll get the mods in as well for that, so we've got some liveries that are suited to this fictional map. Yes. We're storing quite a lot here now. Nowhere near capacity. I don't know what the actual capacity is. 150 plus 60 would that be? I think. No, just 20, isn't it? It doesn't actually put it on the other two. So 170 total. They do carry quite a bit. I don't know where the next train is. Let's just take a quick look. Do we have one on the way down that's got some fuel on the back? Yeah, this one shouldn't it? Yeah, 111. So we're still within the capacity of that. We don't have any more, do we? No. Of this setup with our nice warehousing now. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? The warehousing. The reason we can look at this now is these have been moving constantly. So we've got a better idea of our actual line rate, which is only 56. Which, a couple of episodes back, we were at 70 something, as we are there, 73. So we're definitely behind, aren't we? Which means we need a few more trucks once we get a payday. Our money, while it looks a bit miserable at the moment, is actually brilliant because our profits are through the roof. Our running costs are nothing compared to the profit we make. I don't know what happened here. That's brilliant, isn't it? 13.5 million from our railroad. Investments, we spent 5 million, but that's nice. It fluctuates a little bit because we've got such a long route. But yeah, as soon as we can afford it, we'll buy another truck. We've got plenty of time, so there might be a payday coming. We've got the one that's coming down from, what is it up there? Is it Clearwater? Chesapeake. Yeah, we've got the one coming down from Chesapeake. We've got one heading up there that's nice and full on the crude. We've got this guy that's just made his way down the Chesapeake Helix, double helix, and he's going to pay us out a small fortune, isn't he? The finance, this is one of our newer trains, yeah, train 5. We've got this nice little lump in the track here, because that was before we added our grade limitations. This one's doing a new grade, isn't it? This one now makes its way up at 35 miles an hour, and it's also another train that's about to pay us out. So yeah, we're going to get enough at least to buy a couple of trucks. I could take the loan out now, but I'd like these trains to come in. I probably won't pause it either. It depends. It depends how much headroom we've got on our financing. Because I would like to get that coal set up. There we go. Are you going to drop off? Oh, you clicked on the wrong one. I'm like, where's the money? There it is. 2.7 million. Do I want to pay that off, or should we pause it? No, I'll pay it off and I'll take it out again in case another month goes by. And we'll wait for this guy to come in as well. And look at all that fuel he's got to pick up. We might need bigger platforms here. Oh, I do want to I can't remember if I mentioned this, but this the over length has changed the calculation for it. Yeah, there we go. Loading speed 0.84 times means it's 84% of its normal speed. There you go. That's what that means. It didn't used to say that. It had a massive number there. So yes, they could change that X to a percentage and get rid of the 0 and the decimal point. Nitpicking. Shall we go over here? There we go. Right. We can do this one. Although we could probably do both for 3 million. I don't know. It's going to be quite pricey. What we need to do is get ourselves a junction over here. It's going to be a bit messy, isn't it? Well, no, it isn't. Because you've already got the turnout here, which you could just continue as a turnout over up that way. Or as it... Oh, no, there would be a bad idea, wouldn't it? Just here would be bad. But here, where we go down to a single track with a bridge, would we like to keep it single track? Add a bit of realism-ish, sort of. But that means what we can do is we could, like, branch off here and continue up that way. I do like the idea of that. Depends if we can get good speed on this. We do not want catenary. We're not going to go there. I'm going to have to keep an eye on the date, aren't I? But can we get across here? I mean, it's 71 there. We can go 75 there. There's like a double turnout thing. It probably wouldn't be a triple switch here, would it? No, because not on the main line. That would be ridiculously expensive to maintain. Right. We just need to be flat then and see where we sit over here. I think it's going to be about there. Looks about right, doesn't it? If we go along the embankment here at the same height. What are we here? We are at 14 meters. So we just need to be 14 meters up here, which if it's somewhere between these two contour lines, which it is, somewhere close to the middle, we can just follow that up, can't we? And stay at 14 meters. I really don't want to lose any speed on that coming around the curve. That's excessive, isn't it? I don't like the idea of that. We'll flatten this little section so we can see our other train come through. I like that. Where are we going to sit? We're going to come down, I'd say down there. I'd like us right to the back up here. If we just continue our way round and we just stick our station there. That should do it, shouldn't it? And then we can make our little roadway. Oh, down there. It's almost built for it, isn't it? To come down here. But I don't want to go to the edge of the map. I'd probably like to cover this in trees so we can't see that it's the edge of the map. For our cab rides, because we always have our cab rides, don't we? Buildings. Well, that was quite kind of cheap. I'm impressed. No catenary. We only want one. Oh, don't touch those. Not that it will matter. I was using the period and the comma. We don't need that. No, what you want is M&N. To spin it. Right, 240. 240 is not actually that long, is it? I like the look of it though, but we need it the other way around. There we go. That should be fine. And we'll leave it with the default station building on there. I don't know what that gives us. That gives us 240 plus 6. That's 300. I don't think we'll be carrying anything like that. We've got that in. Do we have a depot around here? I don't think we have a permanent depot yet, do we? It'll probably be in the middle. We're around here somewhere. We'll make an actual permanent depot. For now, I guess we can just use a temporary depot. We could even have it off the track, couldn't we, on a spur somewhere? That would also work. We don't want it to raise up, do we? But we'll just stick it in here, ready. We can also send our iron train from here if we give them a way up. It doesn't really matter. They're eventually going to get all the way up to that steel mill there. Yes, now we can now we can build our little road up the side. We'll choose the biggest road and then we can upgrade it because we do want our trucks to run as fast as possible. Now we can make our way up here. Do want a station building here because we're going to have to balance it out, but it doesn't need to be any more than one platform, right? Yes. It's already got the new roads on it. I thought that was 1925 the new roads came in. Not that it matters. If we build... we want to build it like that? We probably want to build it like that, don't we? Yes. I can't remember where you put the cargo buildings. But we'll stick that there. It does mean we can join up. Why have you got new roads on? That's silly. You're not available yet and I can't do anything about it. We'll just have them turn around in here. We'll have another two-way road off that end as well. Yeah, they'll just scoot up there and turn around whichever side of the road. I can't remember. That'll be fine. We need that on curvy, don't we? We want to follow the terrain down to our station over there. I don't mind a little tunnel. That would be kind of cool. We don't want to head up though, do we? No, we want to keep heading down. That would be ideal. In fact, how much would it cost just to go round with a little tunnel? Or do we want to see the road? I think probably want to see it, don't we? As long as we keep heading down, we can go round this little section here. Yeah, there we go. It might even be too much. What are we at the moment? Oh no, we've got to go down to... What is it? 14 metres. We're only at 30 at the moment. A nice gentle slope though, isn't it? What are we down to now? 25. That'll be okay, wouldn't it, for trucks? They're going to be empty on the way up, and they're going to be full on the way down, so they can roll all the way down there. That's completely safe. And because we're not picking anything up with this, we can just have a little drop off there. Hopefully they'll turn around at the end. Like that. There we go. Just a little drop off for that. And that's that situation sorted, although it's not, is it? What we're going to need? We're going to need... There's a little road depot up here. And we'll make it part of the scenery, I think, eventually. So we'll have that... Oh, I guess there. There we go. A view up there. So that's one part done. We're already connected into here, which is lovely. We'll have to re-signal this. We could have two of those, couldn't we? Yeah, because it goes down to a single track. I don't know how that will work on that double thing. We would need it at the flat section. So it would be like that and like that. Is that too much for our asset there? Is that, or is that perfect? I think it's perfect, guys. Look at that. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. We don't need like more than that, do we? More signals than that. It just goes down to a single track. Over this side though, although they're going to be opposed, I don't like the look of that. They're going to be opposing. No, that's fine. Or is it? No, you kind of want it over here, don't you? We can upgrade this one to show whether you're turning off up there. We need one of these signals this time, as we want to show the driver which way he's going. If you're the coal train, you want to see whichever. I don't know which one represents which. Again, you forgot to do the one way. But yeah, I don't know whether it's the top or the bottom. I would imagine the bottom's the one to turn off. Who knows? Yeah, you want to know whether you're going straight on or not. Right, that one's okay. We'll leave that signal. We won't update all the semaphores. I think we can get this one in as well. This one's going to be a lot pricier for my plan, because I also want to double track all the way up to the station here. And I want this to be a turnout into this platform and then have some stuff going on up here, which will make this look impressive by the end. Yeah, so we'll start double tracking this. We turn in on that side and we'll see how much that's going to cost us. So the Palmdale Tunnel, is that what we called it? Is it Palmdale? Yes, the Palmdale Tunnel is going to be double tracked, very expensive. In 1921 that happened. It's definitely a kilometre long as well. Right, we need to redo this because it's going to be a turnout and a bit of junction work into this platform. one thing I would like to do, eventually move this over to this side, because that makes a lot more sense. But to get going, we just needed to put it in. So what we're going to do is configure this, and we're going to have a tracks width gap, except we're going to use it for a bit. I'm going to download the assets for wagons, so we can park some wagons up here as though they are building consists. What we're going to do is we're going to put one in the middle so we can have just one station. Then this is the main line, these two. Then you've got a mirrored version of what's happening over there on this side. But we're not going to do much with the platform just yet. We're just going to get this set up, and so we can figure out where our main line is going to be. We want it nice and flat on the level. That's going to be our through lines, our main line. This one's going to be where they build the consists. So we need this section here where we turn back in to give us a little bit of room where we can branch off there, where we're going to build our consists. Obviously, it's not going to do much in reality, but it will look the part, wouldn't it? It'll look a bit better than just plain old track down there. Then this needs to hook in. That's the right side, isn't it? Yes, and then we can glide back in here. It doesn't need to be too quick, does it? We should slow our trains down, because money is never going to be an issue on medium mode. I know it's going to cost us more, or eat into our profit margin, but worth it for the scenery, and our trains manoeuvring around here will look wonderful, especially when you're riding them. Doesn't have to be that slow though. Although we are pulling out here, and the maximum speed is 50. I'm going to go with 50 then, but give us a bit of room to put some dwarf signals if we want to. Yeah, a bit of room there in case we want some stuff happening, because we've got to go both sides here, I believe. Yeah, we might to get over to this side eventually. Okay, so that's that bit done. That's lovely. And we've got to connect this up, because now we're two-way all the way. We've got the crossover there, so you should figure that out now. Let's just double check. Yep, there we go. We now cross over into there. I thought we then did a wiggle and went into town, but it's the same colour for obvious reasons. So that wasn't too pricey. This next bit is going to be pricey, but how much money do we... Oh, we've got loads, haven't we? Let's just borrow a bunch, and what we don't spend we'll pay back, because we've got to get the infrastructure in first before we can worry about actually getting this up and running. But our trains are making us a small fortune. Now, where do we want our station to sit? I want us to sit there. That means a bit of terrain tool. Let's get us some yard area prepped. I want that on max. Get that up to there. I guess we could use circle. In fact, we could use that one. Get you round here. This is the pricey bit. Terraforming is pricey, but it's going to look the business. I won't go too much up to the bridge just yet. Not the bridge, the tunnel, up to the Palmdale tunnel, but I will give us a bit of flat ground either side, bit of space either side, once we've got the money for it. For now, let's get us just the station in, pretty much, and then that's it. Oh, you can't help yourself, can you? Look at you smoothing it out. That's not required at the moment. Right, is that enough room to get us a station at the side? I hope so. And we've got the station pre-selected. That's the depot. Although, no, we're not going to use that depot, are we? We're going to bring it in from the other side. What I'd like to do is get you next to this track with a bit of room. And it should be track level. That's what I'm hoping. It is digging into the ground. There we go. Gives us a bit of curvature to get into the track there. And not too far away, but enough to like paint this section. Are you the right height? I think you are. Beautiful, isn't it? Then we need our road on that side. We'll just have the same setup as what we had over the other side. I clicked on the wrong piece of ground there. Look at all that money we're spending. Worth it? Absolutely. We can have access here, but it'll be that way. We will need some of this leveling out, and hopefully we can get the crossover before the tunnel. So let's get that across there. Oh, that's at 75. That's rather nice, isn't it? And then we branch off into here at 47's a bit rough, but I don't mind it. I guess we could have the station closer or at a different angle, but I kind of like that. I don't think it matters, does it, too much if we slow down? What happens if we go off at 50? Can we do a better job than the AI does? There we go. It's beautiful. Why didn't you do that? That's nice. 50. Better than 47. Not much difference, but it's still better, isn't it? Right. Can you go up to 50 in there? I would like to put that in because it probably would be there. And we could have a crossover here that we only ever use occasionally. Yeah, it adds to the scenery, doesn't it? Why not? I guess next week then, because this has taken a while, we get this up and running, and then we have a nice steel thing going on. There we go. That's nice. I like it. Which means this signal will have to be one way and one of those to show whether we're going off that way. And this side will be just a standard signal, as that's not changing track just there. However, this side we want to let the driver know whether you're scooting off into the station, so you know whether to panic or not if you're not intending to go that way and are doing quite a bit more speed than you should be. Right, so that would be there. Lovely. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be expensive to flatten that out, but it will be flattened, and we will paint this. Well, we could paint it a little bit now. Let's just get some dirt in there, like that. There we go. Yeah, get this all dirt down here so we know what we're doing later. We'll get some more ballast and stuff down there. I don't like that tree. That wouldn't be there, would it? We can also make all of this like part of the yard that we're doing up here eventually. Get rid of all the trees and stuff. That's better, isn't it? And now it looks like a big yardy area. We need to just smooth that off because it bugs me. There we go. That's nice. But we'll do a proper job of it once we've got the funds. I don't want to waste it all on that. I'd like to get the train up and running. That's going to be a bit of a climb up there for our ore trucks. Actually, we haven't spent that much. You can tell me otherwise, because I honestly haven't been keeping track of how much I took out or anything. But is it going to be a ridiculous amount? Probably. Right, we're going to put our station up here. Get rid of that weird ramp there. We'll rebuild that road for them. I would like to flatten this area out because that's where we're going to be building and make it look like it's an area. We're going to have another little road depot up here. That's what this bit's going to be for. Yeah, I like the idea of that. We'll colour it all in as well. Make it look like it's a big industrial area. Will you sit on the end there? Not those, not trains. We don't want our trains up here. I did think about putting our train up here, but I'm kind of happy with it just being like this. Can we just sit you in there? Doesn't really matter if you're attached either. Could you be a little bit straighter, but not faff around with it? There we go, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect, does it? Right, we'll send you over that way, but not so aggressive. Can we upgrade that? That's tidier. I mean, we're going to upgrade it again in 1925, but for now, it's matching. Get you down into that road where you were, but all in one move. And now we've got to make our way down there. What I'm hoping is our station is far enough away to not reach the... There, it doesn't. This doesn't glow, does it? No, it stops just there. That's great. Right, and we've got to also make sure that our drop-off point doesn't touch. So if we stick that right at the end, let's hope that doesn't touch. Nope. Now we can set up our little drop-off point there. Won't need to do it today though, because we've got nowhere to go. We've got to make our way down to the steel mill over there. What do we want here? This is going to be depot, isn't it? We're going to have this depot right on the edge here. We're going to use our paint tools here. We're going to fill all that in and make it look the business. There we go. A little path down the side as well. Why not? So we're going to do the same over here. And we're going to tidy it all up as well. Let's just smooth you out so we can get a better idea of how this is going to look at the end. There we go. And then we can dig a little bit at the side there. Give us a bit of a rock face. Yeah, nice. Right. So that's that bit done. Goodness me. I was a bit quicker at this, wasn't I? For our time limit one. But when I've got all the time in the world, this is nice. I like to spend my time doing it. It's all going to be worth it once we do new cab rides down here. I'm just going to stick that there. Well, depending, we might have it a little bit further back eventually, and it'll be the 3, wherever the 3 is. Not those. Well, it might be that. No, that one's pointless. Those. They're facing the wrong way, though. Those, yeah. Well, we could put them in now. No, because we're going to move it. Grand. Do what's needed at the moment. There we go. That's to block that. And up here, we could have a gantry spanning that, couldn't we? Because I want to show it off, I don't think it would actually be there in real life, but I want to show this one off. We want 4. There we go. Oh, come on. Find a piece of track. We want 4, and we want it kind of there. But that's where we can use our other type of signals. Hopefully that lines up fine. Let's get these signals, I think they are, that we can use up there. Well, we've got those as well. Yeah, I'm going to use these ones as they sit on there. And that kind of works for me. There's enough going on up there, isn't there, for that to sit up there. I think, to be honest, the way that bridge is, I don't know whether it would sit out a little bit. So it would be more like that. And maybe... There we go. Yeah, so you can still climb up it from this end. I don't know. It looks like it would be dangerous either way. So that would be like that. We could even have signals there, but we want... is that one way? That one should be one way. We want some other signals here, don't we? Probably just these little ones if they work. Yeah, just some little ones on here that also stick out. Well, these wouldn't need to stick out. Oh, yes, they would. Otherwise, they'd sit in the... thingy, don't they? Like that. That'll do. No, not one way though. Don't do them one way. Like that. And make that 2-way. Yeah, that's pleasant, isn't it? Something's going on there. We could even have one here. But the back end would block all this junction. But we could. Couldn't we? There we go. That's nice. I just wanted to show you this because it's rather pleasant. But we'll find some actual uses for those. Although now it's probably going to stay in. But there's going to be a lot going on here eventually. So yes, we'll keep it in. It does the job too, doesn't it? It does what we need it to. That's just going to block this a little further back. I mean, we could have a closer signal if we wanted. But I like that. I like that. Now what we need to do is make ourselves our first crossing, or not make it, but make sure it's in its place, and it needs to be a level crossing, so we'll make it level. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, we're gonna have to rethink that, aren't we? I would like it to curve though. That's going to be necessary. Oh no, that's not your main thing, is it, Grant? That's got to come in before. This is the actual level crossing here. It's still going to do the same thing to the road, but I think we're going to have to rebuild that so we don't have a ramp, because that looks terrible. So what we'll do is we'll get the outside main line. We are going to have to head down, but not at the level crossing. I'd like that flat or level and a crossing. Get you in there. This can come in and 50. That can come in there at 50. Then we can have a gap where we've got our trucks going across, and then we can have the second part of that junction, that crossover, so it's more like a ladder. There we go. We'll get all that tidied up as well. Okay, we can afford this, can't we? Lovely. Now that should be nice and flat and we won't get bumpy bits. Oh, what do we need? We need a big road. Yeah, this should just go across like that and be a little better. Oh no, that's still terrible. What are you doing there? Let's get that flatter, shall we? Get you. Oh, I don't know what I've done there. Get you like that. We need the actual crossing to be nice and flat for scenery purposes. Now get you coming out like that. I don't mind a bit of bump, but that was a ramp. Get you like that and you like that. Now that's perfect, isn't it? Look at that. Right, yes. And we can just join up there, I'm hoping. Into there. There we go. Lovely. We got it fixed, guys. And we'll bring this road and continue it down. And I think we're good today. There, that's even better. Look at that. It was about flat into town anyway. And what about this bit? I bet that's lovely as well. Oh, look at that. It's absolutely marvellous, guys. See, we didn't need any of that bumpiness. Let's, no, not that one. Let's just smooth that out. Hopefully, to ride a train into here. I know I cut it short at the tunnel before, but that's because we've seen all this bit. But not before we've detailed it up a little bit. It's gonna look really nice, I hope, by the end. There we go, guys. I think we'll call that there. And that means all stop doing everywhere. There we go, guys. I'm happy with that. Big build today. Lots done. Lots of infrastructure. Lots of infrastructure that was required. We are making a lot of money now. Once we get this steel mill up and running, we're going to make even more, obviously. More importantly, the frequency is going to be better for us because those haven't got this massive, what is this? A Western Corridor run, which is pretty much one end of the map to the other, isn't it? So yes, guys, loved that. Do like a big build. I know there's not much new in the way of trains happening just yet. Let me know down in the comments. Are you happy with us slowing the speed right down at 1925 when we unlock all of our new track and roads, just so we can spend a little longer with our steam trains? And yes, I'll see you next time out. Thank you for watching, guys. And until next time, take care.